Okay, if you want to approximate how to take the square root of a number, remember the square root number is square root of 87, saying what number times itself twice is going to be equal to 87. And we know it's a square root here, not a cube root or fourth root or anything like that. So the first step that you do is you identify the perfect squares that are less than and greater than 87. So you can use your little cheat sheet, and you can see that 81 is the closest perfect square less than 87, and 100 is the closest perfect square that's greater than 87. And then we can use our cheat sheet to know, well, the square root of 81 is 9, because 9 times 9 is 81, and the square root of 100 is 10, because 10 times 10 is 100. So that means that 87 is between that 9 and 10, so that means that we know our answer has to be 9 point something. Now we're just approximating it. There's a bunch of different ways that you can approximate, but this is the way I'm going to show you because I think it's a little bit more precise, and you're not just kind of guessing. You still do at the end, but you're taking a more educated guess. So I'm going to look and see, well, where does 87 fall in between 81 and 100? Is it closer to 100 or is it closer to 81? And the way that we can do that, we can either look to see, well, this is 6 units away, and this is 14 units or 13 units away. So I know it's closer to 81, so it means it's beyond that half point. Or we can figure out, well, what would be approximately halfway in between 100 and 81. So then what we do is we take 100 and we subtract 81, and that gives me 19. And if it's going to be right in the middle, then it's breaking it up into 2 equal parts, so it's going to be equal to 9.5 is how many units we will move to be directly in the middle. So I can do 81 plus 9.5 is equal to 90.5. So that means 90.5 is directly in between 81 and 100. And 87 we know falls to the left of this. It's somewhere in between here. So that means that we know that this number is going to be less than 9.5 because it's less than, it's not more than halfway. And we look and see, all right, well, this is 6 units, 6.5 units away from 9. And it's only 3 units away from 9.5. So that means that this is closer to 9.5 than it is to 9. If I were to take a guess here, I would then guess that maybe this is between 9.3 and 9.4. Since it's not exactly right next to that halfway, my guess would probably be 9.3. Let's go ahead and take the square root. So the square root of 87 is actually equal to 9.327. So if you were to guess 9.2, 9.3, or 9.4, I would give you credit for this as your approximation.